Alright everyone, welcome back to God of War Chains of Olympus God Mode. Good way to start off a video with a Gorgonite. No bosses really in this video, but there are a few sections that gave me some trouble, so I'm just gonna talk over them and maybe help you out a little bit. Yeah, this section right here can be quite annoying, as you got all these satyrs coming at you from different angles, and they do so much damage. That's any enemy on God mode, though. Even the fucking harpies. I don't know what it is about them, because there's plenty of annoying enemies out there in video games, but the harpies they just grate on my every nerve for some reason. I don't even really know why. And another thing that sucks on God mode. I know I should be talking about strategies and all that. I'm learning like playing through these games on God mode that there's strategy. Yes, the strategy really though is finding the pattern that works to take them out. Like, you know, how many times can you hit square before they attack you, and you have to either roll or dodge to get out of there. That's really the best advice I can give you, especially in this game, you know, in Chains of Olympus. Like, there's some like, you get more magic and varied tactics in later games and stuff like that that you can use. But in this game especially, it's just find the pattern and just exploit it. Like, with these guys, you can almost get off a full combo before you gotta roll out of the way. And in my opinion, with this area right here, you should just keep rolling anyway, because you never know when another one's just gonna come out from behind and kill you. Yeah, I really don't have any other advice for you, unfortunately. Especially this early in the game, you don't have anything except the blades and the Ifrit, but that's really not very helpful right here. But like I was saying, one thing that sucks about playing these games on God mode is how little red orbs you get. You know my policy with these games, no red orb left behind, but in this game it's just so, they hardly give you anything. I think I do manage to max everything out in this playthrough though. It takes me to the very end of the game, but I think I managed to do it. I didn't get to do it in God of War 1, unfortunately. That's not a spoiler though. Alright, and I believe that stressful part is done. Yes, I was telling that thing to get out of my way. Alright, this part right here gave me some trouble. As you can see, there's a cut right there. Wow, I didn't even notice I knocked one off of the platform right away, so that helped me out a lot, actually. But these sun guards, they are tough. Especially before you get a certain item later in the game. I'm not going to say what it is, just in case anyone watching this hasn't played this game or seen anything about this game before. I highly doubt it. This is a pretty old game now. But, just in case. My best advice is hit square 4 times and then roll away. And then wait till you can get them all in circle and then just go to town. They will give you some much needed help. And they don't do too badly on giving you experience. One thing I do like is no matter what mode you're on, you can exploit the harplings in this game, because you can just mash circle and kill them, and that will just get you a ton of red orbs. I think I show that off later in some section. Come here, buddy. Alright, you'd think you'd be done, right? But nope. This bastard, the only way to get rid of his shield, square, square, triangle, or tons of squares and then triangle, whatever you prefer. Now when he's out of it, when he doesn't have his shield, he will try to hit you with that attack, and if he does, he gets his shield back, as you see. You can hit square about 4 times before you'll have to roll away, and then just keep up this pattern, or you could use your magic if you wanted to. I'm pretty sure he has to hit you with the... Oh, nope, never mind. I think he has to hit you with the sweeping attack in order to get his shield, but... this was useless. I don't know why I did this right here, but... whatever. Because he's dead. And the barriers go away.
I am grateful you have come, Ghost of Sparta. The Titan Atlas has been freed from the pits of Tartarus, and has taken my brother Helios from his rightful place in the sky.
What does Atlas want with the Sun God?
Helios holds within him the power of the sun, a power so great it can destroy the world. It cannot be trusted in the hands of a Titan. Please, take the sun shield from his throne, Walk through the gates of Olympus, and you will find me. Hurry, Kratos. Even now, my brother suffers at the hand of Atlas.
Alright, and this is the item that I was hinting at earlier when dealing with the Sun Guards. It is the Sun Shield. It's Helios' personal weapon, and now we have it for our own personal use. I advise saving all your magic or all your red orbs for the blades, but go ahead and max out this because it only has one upgrade and it gives you the parry, however you want to say it. Oh, fucked it up. There we go. Makes dealing with them a hell of a lot easier. There's two parries, the spin one right there where you hit square, and then the slam one where you hit triangle. As you see, makes dealing with these guys a hell of a lot easier. I don't know why that one spawned and then like respawned. That was kind of weird. But there we go. Sun Shield is now ours, and it is very, very helpful.
As Kratos stepped out into the eternal night, much had changed outside the temple. Morpheus grew ever stronger as his harbingers of darkness continued their relentless march.
Yeah, fuck this part right here. Fuck this part so much. I can't tell you how many times I died to this part. I died quite a lot, let's just put it that way, and I was not happy. I think I don't want to spoil anything for like the game, like for, you know, God of War 1 or anything, how I do. Like I said, I don't think saying that I didn't max everything out, spoiling. But anyway, my strategy here, take out the archers, and then you can deal with this guy on his own. But of course, more archers will spawn, because the name of this game, the name of the series really should be "There's always another enemy." Not God of War or anything like that. Just there's always another enemy. I actually do not recommend doing the cyclone attack right there in this situation, because you could get messed up by that thing, because it can interrupt your combo, but you can't interrupt it. So if it lunges at you, it's getting you, even if you're doing a combo, which is so bullshit. It's in every single game that they can interrupt your combo, but you can't interrupt theirs. Such bullshit. Alright, that part may not look difficult, but I had a hard time with it. Call me a bad gamer if you want, or tell me I suck at this game or whatever, but I had trouble with that part.
must hurry, Kratos.
Kratos entered the cave. Eos, goddess of dawn and sister to Helios, sat above him, visibly weakened by the absence of the sun.
All glory be to Lord Zeus for granting you safe passage to me.
The king of the gods does not aid me, Eos. I am but a slave to Zeus and Olympus.
Save my brother, Kratos, and he will convince Zeus to release you and rid you of the horrors of your past. I give you my word.
The gods have broken their word to me many times. Forgive me if I find it hard to believe your promises.
Be that as it may, Kratos. The primordial fire is almost out. Without Helios, the life-giving light of the world cannot be sustained. If you do not find him, only darkness and death awaits all of us.
Where has Atlas taken him?
I do not know, Kratos. Follow the passage out of the cave. Retrieve the fire and it will light your path to the remaining steeds. They will guide you to their master. They will take you to my brother. May you go with the speed of Hermes, Ghost of Sparta.
Alright, and this is the Primordial Fire. It actually gives us 2 abilities, which is really cool, because it's very rare that something in God of War will give you 2 different types of abilities. The first ability that it grants us, wait for it, bam, Reflection. Pretty cool. Bam. And can I get 3 for 3? I can. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Sorry, I couldn't resist. And that's the second ability that it grants us, the Light of Dawn. Careful, I think these guys can push you off of the ledge and it will kill you. So I recommend, I think you have unlimited magic right here, but I recommend just Reflection. So much easier, unless you're playing on a lower difficulty and have more orbs. Then just max out Light of Dawn real quick and go to town. I thought I died right there. The first time when I was actually playing this. I don't really think anything else happens in this video. Let me check. Nah, the sun guards are just about all that's left. So, thank you all for watching part 2 of God of War Chains of Olympus God Mode. Stick around for part 3, which will be coming out tomorrow or something like that, probably. Maybe even later today. Who knows? Thank you all for watching.